This episode brought to you by Jenny from the block. Move to the Bronx. Badly dubbed gang warfare is a thing of the past.
Hey everybody, we're watching Rumble in the Bronx and you're listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we have got another first for you guys. We are bringing you our first Jackie Chan movie.
That's right.
As Todd was just mentioning, I believe the first Jackie Chan movie Jackie Chan movie meaning movie starring Jackie Chan that is in this style and all that stuff that we had ever seen. I know we saw this in the theater.
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
I think at our age, of course, we were going to love it.
Yeah. This was.
And it was at the, right, it says you're 95, so it was like in the perfect, like,
yeah.
You know, I loved it.
It was right in the, like, it's like the way people reacted to Tony Jaa.
Right.
When he came out
exactly.
is the way we did to Jackie Chan, except he'd been doing it for well, I guess same thing with Tony Jaa. He'd been doing it for so long and nobody ever saw.
Right.
And
there's nobody like Jackie though, man.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, this was his first big American movie starring him and stuff like that. We'll talk more about that as we go.
Yes, we will.
And yeah, so I mean, might as well only do it just this one way, and that is to press play
now.
All right,
yeah, here we go, Jackie Chan.
So yeah, like we said, this was not his official first U.S. movie ever. He was in Cannonball Run 1 and 2, but he also had like Police Story and things like that, things that had like a limited release in the States and stuff like that, but it wasn't like a wide release. They weren't wide release things. And B, it wasn't a Jackie Chan starred movie.
Right. I know like Cannonball Run was in the theater, but like Police Story wasn't in the theater here.
Yeah, yes.
So I just remember seeing a preview to this movie where he jumps across the thing and then you find out that he does all his own stunts.
Yeah.
And then when you go further, like when you watch a lot of his movies, he does the bad guy stunts too. Like there was one I watched where he was, there was a big snow scene where they were chasing him on skidoos and all this stuff.
First Strike, I think.
Yeah, First Strike, yeah. And during all the credits when they show like the outtakes, which was also killer.
Yes, which occurs in this one
right,
too.
Exactly. They have it on all of them. That's like a thing, like this is before MCU. Jackie Chan was doing the end credit stuff, right? All the like where he almost dies.
Yeah. If you even look at the opening credits here, you're going to notice all of these people are the people who made all his old classic ones too.
Of course.
And like when I was looking through and like the writers, Edward Tang and Five Ma, I'm going to assume Five Ma, I don't know that I'm pronouncing that correctly, but they wrote the Police Story movies. They wrote Drunken Master 2. They wrote so I mean like
Drunken Master 2 just the kind of remake that we got? Because there's two Drunken Masters. There's a really old one.
Yes, which is what he was like a kid.
I was going to suggest that Drunken Master, not the old one, the new one, because it's so killer. But I thought this one is more.
This is a more accessible one. Yeah,
exactly. And this is the first one we ever saw, and this is the one that introduced Jackie to.
Yeah.
Well, where do you think like? Somebody somewhere in American cinema in the background there must have been like the bigwig must have been like, let's get Jackie over here. Like, this guy's awesome. Let's make a movie. Let's bring him over.
I'm sure they had probably been looking for a way to do it for the longest time, but it's a hard, it's a very hard thing to do because it's hard to Americanize him.
Right.
Like, at least at this juncture in his career when he doesn't maybe have he doesn't have the Hollywood clout that maybe he had like later on and stuff like that. So it's like, well, how do you do that? And then finally somebody was smart enough to go bring the entire team.
Yeah, bring the whole shit and shaboodle over here.
Stanley Tong, who directs this movie, he directed Police Story 3. He directed Jackie Chan's First Strike that you mentioned. He also directed Mr. Magoo.
Oh my God.
Which was obviously way later. It was like the only American movie he ever made.
That's awesome.
And he's directing a new Jackie Jackie Chan movie right now called Vanguard.
Oh, nice.
So I'm interested in seeing what that is. This is a very super fun thing because this is obviously supposed to be the Bronx. This is Vancouver.
Oh, it is.
It's probably,
you know, honestly, I thought, of course it is. I thought they really did film in the Bronx, though.
Yeah.
Like back in the day. I thought it was like, this is the Bronx.
Yeah, you know what was extra hilarious, though, was they had to, every time you see any graffiti, they had to put that graffiti up the day of, and then they had to have it gone by the night.
Really?
And they'd have to clean it and stuff like that.
Well, Jackie cleaned it.
Yeah, because for sure. While he was falling off of a building, he was scrubbing
he's like,
it on
you
the
don't
way
need
down.
to pay these guys for this. I'll just do it.
Yeah, and then the other thing was obviously you can't have any of the mountains in the shot, as there are no mountains in New York. So like,
really? Well, now there is.
Yeah.
Oh, who's gonna even know? I bet a lot of Americans wouldn't even know that.
Probably not. But it was.
There's New York Mountain.
But they said, it was a pretty huge challenge. I guess when you're in the city, though, you're not really. It's different when you're out like by the harbor and they're doing like those things.
Right.
You're gonna have more of a chance at maybe seeing some mountains.
Just have the zoom in shots all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit! He's like, I remember this old bird here.
So Jackie Chan, we've had our Jackie Chan Bruce Lee discussions in the past. Jackie Chan got his start. He got his start in Bruce Lee movies as like uncredited extras.
Cool.
He was in Fists of Fury and he was in Enter the Dragon, both in very small roles. He idolized Bruce Lee, learned a lot of his stuff from Bruce Lee's teachings. This has never not impressed me.
I know, right?
Like when you see, even when you see Jason Scott Lee doing it in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, it's always
holy
so good.
Jeez.
Oh.
This movie really reminds me of, well, first I'm going to say a very possibly blasphemous statement.
Let's hear it.
I believe Jackie Chan in his prime could take Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I will never agree.
Shaolin. He was in all the Shaolin Wu-Tang movies. I mean, come on. You're telling me like a Shaolin dude's not going to be Bruce Lee?
That's one thing. He actually isn't a Shaolin dude. He's in all those movies.
He's an honorary. He's just like the RZA.
He's honorary. But most of his training, he has martial arts training and stuff like that, but most of his movement training comes from musical theater. And
that's hilarious. I thought he really knew Kung Fu and stuff.
He does, but it's just that's not where the bulk of his...
Right, he's like Van Damme or these guys. There's no game in the thing. Look at this. The game you playing there, bad.
Yeah, that was an empty game gear.
Fuck.
That would be the best if he gets this far down and then looks out, you fucker.
But it's oh my god, that looks like the Resident Evil umbrella logo.
Oh, it does too. I'm not at all discounting his actual martial arts ability. I do want to say that.
Okay, maybe I take it back.
I think he's super badass, but I think that his strength is not in his fighting. Like even in these, like you watch the fight scenes of this movie,
it's the stunts.
It's all stunts and him jumping around and then throwing the occasional punch and stuff like that. Whereas Bruce Lee's was all about fighting.
Right.
And weapons and like all that kind of stuff.
Well, Seagal could take them all anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, especially now.
Ranger Seagal.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say before, this movie reminds me of the old spaghetti westerns where you have a whole shit ton of people.
Yeah.
None of them speak the same language, so it's all dubbed. You get like Italian people, you're getting like Asian, you're getting like white people that are dubbed horribly, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I remember being
what the fuck?
I remember being blown away when we saw this, and I remember you actually leaning over and you're like, is this fucking dubbed? And I'm like, apparently, and it was, but then you could see that some people, like this black lady, she's speaking English, but it's still dubbed.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, it's
Jackie.
It's such a weird thing, but like Jackie Chan doesn't speak any English in this movie. He's speaking Cantonese the entire time. The other actresses and stuff who are in this who do speak Cantonese are speaking English because they're English. They're more confident in their English,
right?
And so, but it's all over the place.
That man hasn't aged.
Oh no, he looked fantastic.
My God.
So we talked about, Jackie Chan being in like Enter the Dragon, stuff like that. Drunken Master was one of his big like breakout roles for him as like a star. He was in the Police Story movies, which is a big deal. The Cannonball Run. If you guys haven't seen him in Cannonball Run, he's fantastic. It's the perfect way in a movie like that to feature him because it's very short and it's like whatever. He's driving the super high-tech Japanese car, which is racist in a million ways. A, he's not Japanese. B, why is he like a weird, like why is there just a weird karate guy with like
super techno karate guy, right?
Yeah.
That's cool though. They kind of like recognized him from over there and we're like, hey, this guy's big. Let's have him as our like Asian dude,
exactly,
right? Like,
exactly. And I did dig that a lot. And then when he, makes the name for himself, then he starts getting like the Rush Hour movies and Shanghai Nights.
I heard that there was a really big thing with him in the Rush Hour movies. Yeah. He actually talked them down from what they were going to pay him. Really? And he only accepted like 15 mil for the third one or whatever. They were going to pay him like tons of money, but they were like, because he's the kind of guy, he's like, he washes his own clothes in his dressing room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was just like, he couldn't fathom getting like 25, 30 mil for the movie. So he talked them down to like 15.
Hey, whatever works, man. I've got nothing but respect for this guy.
I think he's great.
He shows up a lot in those like what is it? The state run, like Chinese movies and stuff like that. Some of them are really bad. One of them's called Dragon Blade that stars like John Cusack, and like they basically spent like $100 million making this movie and brought in a bunch of American, like Adrian Brody's in it and all these people.
Matt Damon did one for them, I think.
Yeah, and they're really like propaganda films for China,
right?
But they pay out the ass for people to come and show up to do these movies.
It's like for those commercials. Like you go to Japan, they give you $1 million to be in like a 30-second like.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan does them just for straight up Chinese pride.
Yeah, he's like the ambassador, and his son was actually arrested for having pot on him.
Nice.
And he essentially, can't do anything about it, because he's like the ambassador to China.
Yeah, so he murdered his son.
And his daughter actually lives in the States now. She's a lesbian, and she was claiming asylum.
Sweet.
She said that he's awful, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like he's just too much of a work. I think he's that kind of dad.
Yes.
Where he's like the workaholic, never there kind of dad.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, he's not my dad, so I can say I respect him.
Yeah, whatever. It's all like that. Any actor's dad is always like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just telling you the gossip.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, in addition to like doing the Rush Hour movies, he did the Shanghai Nights series.
Yeah, with Owen.
And then the Kung Fu Panda movies. Karate Kid, which, say what you will about that movie, he was excellent.
That was his best acting role I've seen.
Yeah, he's got that other one, was it The Foreigner or whatever like that?
Yes.
So kind of action-y
with Pierce Brosnan.
But it's got a little bit of his drama in that too. But he was so good in that movie. Like
he was.
I
thought Jaden Smith was good too. I thought the movie was crappy.
Yeah,
but I thought they acted well in it.
Everybody was fine in the movie. My biggest problem with the movie was the fact that the fighting was 10 times more violent than in the original Karate Kid, but they were like half the age.
Right.
You got a bunch of friggin' 10, 12-year-olds like kicking the shit out of each other.
And
I'm like,
shit.
And I was like, I don't feel
it's
nice
a new time,
this.
bro. It's a new time.
Mm-hmm. Jackie's got some familiar works coming back. He's got Shanghai Dawn coming up. That's been announced.
With him and Owen?
And Rush Hour 4.
Him and Owen Boohoo Wilson?
Yes.
Oh, cry yourself to sleep with all that money.
Oh, wow. Wow, so much money. Yeah. Jackie, are we making this much money? Wow.
So they're coming out with Rush Hour 4?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chris Tucker, right on.
Jackie, why can't we be in a movie? Wow, you talk so fast. Wow, Jackie, I think.
Which one? I'll kick me in the face.
No, I think that.
Get a Jackie Undies shot.
I think that it should be a racism test, and they replace Chris Tucker with Kevin Hart, and then find out who notices.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing to sleep in? It's like a male onesie? What is it? Oh my God. Is that the lead singer of Slayer? Hey, this guy. No, maybe I'm thinking of him from this very movie.
Is that probably? Is that one guy Native American Gene Simmons?
Native American Gene Simmons. Oh, fuck yeah.
This was like the original Fast and Furious. This is Mad Max Fast and Furious Road.
Oh my God, yes. This is awesome. I'd join either one of these gangs if they come scouting.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that'd be a tough pick, man.
I
don't know.
Do I have to provide my own dune buggy?
Yeah. No, hopefully you inherit it. Woo! Yeah.
That looks like what's her face, Nancy Allen.
Oh, you're gonna win a bag of weed, right? Oh yeah, that's
I assume due to racism that it's just tea.
Yeah. It's half and half. It's half tea for the half weed for the white chick, half tea for the Asian broad.
It's just a weed. It's a weed tea.
That dune buggy looks like the electro guy from The Running Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, this isn't good.
Oh my God! Come on, that car was already fucked. Anyways, you probably made it better. Yeah.
Well, this movie is not very high budget, so it's not like they're like Fast and Furious just destroying.
Yeah, it's like it's a row of like Lamborghinis getting fucked. Uncle, wake up really fast, put your clothes and get downstairs and move your car. There's a motorcycle. Oh, too late.
Yeah. I've over-explained this in your car.
Exactly. Like we're running out of time.
God,
got to do what Jackie's got to do.
Could you imagine though? Think about New York. Now, obviously, this isn't the standard of noise pollution that we're talking about in New York, but imagine just like everyday like noise pollution in New York, trying to sleep through that. I was like, those people like probably.
Whoa.
Oh, you could see that was on
I
a
know,
cable.
like, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
You just made me lose.
Son of a bitch. I would never, unless my dick looked gigantic, I would never, ever.
It's a bag of green, just like I thought.
Exactly.
Ooh, she's pissed. You had a little turned on.
Yeah.
She's like, look at this guy.
I know. But I would never wear something like that in a movie unless my junk was looking spectacular.
I just do the Tom Cruise and Magnolia, man. I just fucking throw a faker in there.
See, and I would have just given it like a couple half tugs just to get it.
Couple of halfers.
You know what it is.
Just to get it a little more beastly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the whole fucking neighborhood. I hear you, though, man. The noise pollution there must be just fucked.
Yeah.
And right now, what they're missing is the one guy, shut the fuck up. And he's yelling at the inanimate cars.
Yeah, exactly. I forget
Hey,
about
yo,
that.
Pontiac, shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. Is that? Oh, I thought that was Whoopi for a minute.
Yeah.
That's
the weirdest.
Is this
freaking
is
camera
the
angle I've
three
ever
girls from. Is it those? I thought those were the three girls from a Little Shop of Horrors, only older. Like they're still in the same neighborhood, doo-wopping.
Yeah, it probably is. This is a weird,
I love this.
I feel like this is.
Wow, you're gonna say something awful about this racial love harmony.
I was gonna say I feel like this is just like what the Chinese take on what it's like in America. Because black people are always singing through everything that they do.
You're right.
And then there's some people dressed like dancing in dashikis.
She's like singing while married. She is the musical entertainment and the bride.
Hey, that makes for a cheaper wedding when you're doing a rooftop thing in New York like that.
Exactly. That's like when you hire like JT to be in your movie, then he does the soundtrack.
Look, you see in the back, there's like 3 people in suits and Idi Amin back there. Like it was just, look at it. See what I mean? You can see though the camera that they're using.
Yeah, they're always like there's one African chief at every wedding. Like they're like they're culturally cool, man.
Yeah, this is a melting pot.
Yeah, fucking right.
It's probably
it's the Bronx, baby.
Exactly. But you can tell with the camera that they're using in some shots, it's like a fisheye lens, and you can see anywhere around the edge, like everything's all blurry and weird looking.
Oh, it's like you just got out of the pool.
Yeah.
You've been swimming for way too long, and now you're watching Rumble in the Bronx. Yeah. Everything's all hazed out. I like his like brooch.
Mm-hmm. So this is.
It looks like he just won like 3rd place at like the 500-meter dash at like the school. Yeah. Holy Jesus!
Oh my God, he's got a camel toe.
He's camel. Look at this. He's not even on anything here. Well, drugs maybe, but not any wires or anything.
Look at the net.
Look at this.
Is that
the? Oh, that's. I thought that was still his crotch.
Yeah.
Look at him. This is how I always answer the door.
I try to, which is why I never answer the door.
Yes, I never get there.
Oh, wait.
Like, what does he care? The guy's just running around everywhere.
He's literally only been wearing
his and her shirts.
She reminds me a lot of what's her face, Sapphire, Dusty Rhodes' girlfriend, and like towards the end of his WWE
I thought
career.
she was what's her name from like Community, and then she was not Community, but she was the lady in that horror movie that just came out. Like Mama's House. You want to hang out with Mama? And she's all crazy.
Yeah.
It's not called Mama, but you know what I mean. It's like the same.
Oh, it's either Ma or Mama.
It's Ma then.
It's Ma, yeah.
Yeah.
Here
we go.
Yeah, I know who, yeah.
Here comes the Asian Cher.
Yeah, she's got a fucking Oscar. I can't remember her name.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Matter, but I know.
But that's who I think racistly.
So that's Anita Mui. She was in Drunken Master 2.
She is.
She has the same pedigree of these like Jackie Chan movies and worked with all these actors and stuff like that multiple times.
She's got some good kicks on her. She's got moves too, man. She's trained.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because in Drunken Master, she does this big.
Well, this is what I'm saying is they weren't screwing around. They're like, if we're going to do like a Jackie Chan movie like Hollywood wants to see, everybody is got to be in the Jackie Chan. We have to have.
It's got to be for real.
I think this is the guy who made me notice the most.
That is, I agree. Yes, absolutely. That it's dubbed. What a piece of trash.
That's hilarious. I feel like they're not using, like, even for these shots, they're not using two-way mirrors. Like, they're switching it out for both sides.
Right.
Because that seemed way too clear to me to be.
You think?
Yeah.
That guy's in other Jackie movies, I think. Because I recognize him from something. Oh, you don't want her eyeballing you. Look at this guy's just freehanding all the powder. Like he's just grabbing Splenda. They had a whole thing of just Splenda.
Yeah, well.
Or whatever that is.
Maybe that's how cocaine used to be shipped.
Oh, Pepsi.
Who has anybody ever stacked their cans of pop like that?
Yeah, this guy.
Like either I would think either refrigerated or by the case was always the standard. He looks like, who does he look like to me?
Whoa.
I don't even
I think that was,
a
I was going to say, I think that
bottle.
was plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, the dubbing just changed.
Yes.
Maybe it's for different people.
Yeah. No, it changed because that was actual subtitles in the movie because she started speaking in Chinese.
Ah.
Or Cantonese, sorry. We always say
I'm
Chinese.
sure.
Chinese isn't a language. And I even hear Chinese
Right.
people say speaking Chinese. And I'm like, that's not... I corrected a Chinese person one time. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, my parents are speaking Chinese. I'm
Yo.
like, not a language, dude.
Look at the guy on the left. He looks like Ben Stiller. Like, wait, watch. There, right there on the left.
Oh my
Look at that.
God.
There's like Ben Stiller from
That's funny.
Channel Ocho.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Jesus, man.
Oh.
It's just over a couple chocolate bars, man.
See,
it's a good thing Jackie's here.
I know
Fuck,
how...
Here we go. Yeah.
See, this is the kind of vigilance I come to expect from my Chinese friend convenience stores.
Exactly.
Remember-
No mercy, bro.
Yeah.
No fucking mercy. Oh, shit.
You-
The one dude's wearing like a Charlie Brown shirt
Yeah.
if they show him. He'll be the next to get kicked. Where is he?
See, and that's another thing.
This guy.
Yeah.
He is, too. Look.
Like that's... Oh,
It's just a different color, right?
Yeah. I love these movements and stuff like that. The one thing I don't like about his fight scenes, I remember that. The one thing I don't like about his
Oh.
fight scenes is there's sometimes when you see that they're like on a cable being pulled from his kick and
Right.
stuff, where I was like, I feel like for the most part, the Bruce Lee fight scenes are more based in like reality.
Yeah.
Like you punch a guy, he falls
I
down.
don't like fight scenes based in reality.
No, I get that. I like there's a certain cartoonish nature in this kind of fight, and I like that a lot. And I think
But
that these are
too
excellent.
much is too much. Like
Oh.
a lot of the like the
Fine
Crouching
line.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of movies
Yeah.
where they're like dancing on the leaves and it's like they jump up in the air and they kick you like 15 times and I'm like,
Well,
come on.
You
like,
don't actually know that's actually what they are capable of doing. They just think nobody's going to believe this.
right.
But yeah, I like all the jacket related stuff though. I love that tying them up.
Tying them up and
Yeah.
I was just like, that guy did great.
That girl,
Who's
in
that
the,
guy?
the blonde girl. Oh, she just came up for the second time.
Yeah.
That was a little mistake. She reminds me of that Shoshana, whatever her name is, from Girls on HBO.
Shoshana.
I don't know her real thing.
I love
my
the
God.
dubbing is so cool.
Which Jackson brother is he?
Oh
no,
all
sorry.
of them.
Is that Tommy Davidson doing? It's Tommy Davidson doing Jamie Foxx doing a Jackson
doing
brother.
Tito.
Doing
Tito
Tito, yeah.
Jackson.
See, look, you see the blur kind of at the bottom there.
Oh,
Look,
and
they're
there's
using
like a strip club right in the back or something. Look, there's like an arrow.
Oh yeah,
I'll bet you the gang, that's like the gang strip club or something, so that they're always over here fucking around.
probably.
And you close the doors, you're just gonna close. Oh, no, they are closed. Pretty clean windows. They're doing a great job there. Restacked all the Pepsi cans? Like,
I would never in a million years.
that'd be like people are just gonna pick them up off the fucking floor now.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm occasionally just gonna throw ice on top of them, and then like people will have an ice cold pop.
I'll just go cool them down at your own fucking house. What are we paying for?
I like even their comedy has stunts,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. Like this is, I think
Well,
if I had one problem with this movie or any of the other ones, is this kind of silliness. Like I don't mind comedy,
what
but
always some of the Jackies are not like Drunken Master, but I know
No,
what
no,
you
no.
mean. They always likened him to like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Where there's always jokes involved.
Well,
And it's always kind of lighthearted.
he was a big fan of that kind of. Now it's not Charlie Chaplin. Who's the one I'm thinking
Buster
of?
Keaton.
Thank you, Buster Keaton is the one I'm thinking of. With like the house falling.
Right.
and, like,
That's
stuff
what I
like-
meant
he,
Buster
like,
Keaton as in
yes.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, I mean, they're of the same.
Where the
ilk.
window, he falls and the window
Yeah.
is there. And
Buster Keaton was a special kind of like he was another like does his own stunts kind of guy in a time where there were no like stunt coordinators. You just die if you screw up.
yeah, I
like, I'm just gonna do this
always
thing on a
wondered about that,
train,
like
and-
dropping the window.
Yeah.
I was like, if you did not have that, because you got to even think like, you got to move up just a little bit more than you think because
Yeah.
of the space it takes to like, fall.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what, like, I don't mean the fall, but
Oh,
it's going to
absolutely,
move
yeah.
over a couple inches
Yeah.
as it goes over.
Well, you saw that thing when they did Jackass 2 and he went to do the Buster
Yes.
Keaton house thing and then it crushed him.
Yes.
And then
I
of
think that's
course-
where I got that
yeah.
from.
And then he he stepped out of the way. Oh god, I like a good
Oh,
rape
fuck.
scene. Don't interrupt this.
Yeah. Look at the guys. They look like they're straight from the fucking Foot Clan or something,
I
right? These
know.
guys are such
Always.
punks. I love it.
Always. It's like, and they're always
way to go. Oh, that's what's her name?
They're always like punk level punks too, right? Like it's always like spiky.
Punk level.
No, but you know what I mean. It's not like street toughs. I'm talking like spite, like this kind of like.
Oh, it was a trap.
Yeah, like everybody is from Prodigy. You know what I mean?
Twisted Instigator. Here we go.
Still weird.
That's some more action. Some Jackie stunts. Keep your eyes on all this shit because he probably actually got hit in the head by the baseball bat one time.
My favorite Jackie Chan stunt trope is when he bangs his head and then like power rubs it.
Oh yeah, with the pinball machine.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see a lot of those
crazy
when we get
shit.
into
right here, I think he fucks up too.
Oh,
like you think now to see crazy, like this is all real shit.
Yeah.
And he's all doing it like, you know what I mean? Like it's so cool because like when you see other fight scenes, they're a lot more elaborate, but this is really him doing it, which is so fucking cool.
Well, and then on top of that, he is now having to teach everybody else how to do it as well.
Whoa! Did you see his glove? He had a glove on his hand there.
And I forgive stuff.
Who cares?
That. Like,
woo.
But like I'm thinking about like.
Jesus,
like you got these guys. You have a lot of local stunt players, and he actually had to physically train them on how to make a Hong Kong movie.
Really?
Because they're making a Hong Kong movie in Vancouver.
Oh, this is
with like a local stunt crew and stuff like that. And
it's
like,
a whole different style, right?
Well,
it's a whole different.
Well, because they're used to like American and Canadian and that sort of like the North American style is a lot of big brutish, like big punches and knock them and throw them, and whereas like this is a lot of low, quick. Bam, 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 move. Like where in a fight scene in like an American movie might be 5 moves in like 30 seconds. This is like 60 moves in 30 seconds, right?
I cannot remember in this movie if the girl that he had just saved.
Yeah.
I wonder what she thinks because this guy's a good guy.
Yeah.
He just came to save you.
Yeah. Well,
and you just fucked him over. This is brutal right here.
This happens a lot in Grand Theft Auto, too. You sit there and you hear, help, there's going to get me. And then you run behind, and then all of a sudden there's like 6 people, and then I have to and then thankfully I have my helicopter on me.
That's what you have to watch out in the dystopian future.
Yeah, man.
People by the side of the road being like, help me. It's probably a trick. Just keep driving.
I feel like they pre-garbaged all this garbage because like they had everything ready to fight.
Right.
They had like...
I feel like if I was in a gang, I'd be that white dude laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This looks brutal.
Yeah. I think I'd be that guy, and then drugs would devolve me into Skank from The Crow.
Skank's dead.
Skank's over there. Skank's dead.
I feel like a little worm with a big fucking hook. Oh, fuck.
That's
Hopefully
a big thing.
This is probably real glass. You're like, Jackie, this is Hollywood. We can give you, candy glass. She's like, no. Yeah.
It's a big thing in like this like style too, like the Tony Jaa movies too. A lot of like repeat shots with like the bonk, 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 and you see like the same thing multiple times.
Like hit the bottle, then 5 of it, and the bottle's hitting him, right?
Like Tony Jaa was big on that. They're really efficient with getting these bottles ready. And why are they hitting them off that guy's head? What if he missed? Like, that's not good for, it's not good for your own crew.
Oh, God. I forgot that this happened so soon in this movie.
I forgot that this happened in this movie. I just thought he broke his ankle jumping onto that hovercraft, and that was the end of it. I'm going to murder him still, of course.
Whoa, buddy. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
He got to kill everyone.
Whoa, now he's got his gun pointed at the big chief.
He's acting like he's in a trauma movie.
Most of them are. Well, so's Buddy. They do definitely look like they're fucking all tromed out.
I don't understand,
Ben Stiller. We were just trying to like have some fun and like mangle the guy with bottles. You just took it too far.
Yeah, because it'll be hilarious when we see him and he looks like Jigsaw later on.
Yeah. She was in a fucking like a barbed wire death match.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, guys. Come on.
Speaking of which, I meant to bring it up to you at a more appropriate time, but here we are anyways. Have you ever seen the footage of when Vader's eye came out of its socket?
No.
Uh-huh. That's a thing that exists out there.
God.
I was reading an article about wrestling. Well, it's like when wrestling became too real. He still doesn't have a game.
I know. I was thinking that, but you're talking, yeah.
Oh, God. But Like
what about like the Sid Vicious leg break? I've seen that one.
Oh,
God.
we saw that live.
Yeah, like,
I remember
Jesus.
watching that, and the only thing we talked about after that was that he was like, that's how bad WCW is. Nobody was watching and nobody noticed.
Gave a shit.
Like the entire, like the first 3 rows, not one person were like, ooh, people were like just looking off to the side and being like, oh God, when's this going to be over?
I just came into your, I just bought a ticket for the air conditioning.
But yeah, no, it was just all these like times when it got too real, and that one was mentioned. But then, yeah, the Vader, he was fighting a dude, and the dude caught him, like he was throwing punches, and I guess he caught him with his thumb, and he broke the orbital bone in his eye, and his eye just kind of like popped out of its socket. Now it didn't look like fucking hostile when that girl's eye was out, because his eye was closed, and so, but it was all bulging,
right?
And if he just pushed it all back in and then continued the fight.
Vader was a fucking beast back in the day, man. He was in all those death matches.
Yeah,
I think it was Vader versus Mankind where his ear ripped off.
Yeah, but that's
it was an
not
accident
why.
because the
he
ropes
got stuck in the rope.
Yeah, the ropes.
That was in the that was in the thing as well. He also they had, what was the other one they had in there?
Oh, that chick is his sister. What do you know?
Yeah, that's why that's why he's in a wheelchair.
Probably.
My sister's the worst. She put me in a wheelchair and gave me an empty Game Gear and sent me
like he's got more problems of being in a wheelchair if he thinks he's playing something there.
Yeah. It's bad enough he's Asian in New
I'll
York.
stop killing other people, I promise. Too busy being in a gang.
I feel like he wasn't working that wheelchair.
You know what's going to piss me off is she's going to find like redemption. You know what I mean? She doesn't deserve it.
Zombie.
Like, you did this, lady. You did this.
Yeah,
this is what you did.
That would have been the best if he did that. She's like, zombie, and she put like 5 bullets in his head. And like, the end.
The end.
Hey, sometimes bad people have to realize what they've done.
That's what I remember you say that it reminds me of that movie where those white-faced, it was that Asian movie back, beep-boop, and they're like bouncing like bunnies after the people, like with their arms out like zombies or whatever.
It was a vampire movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had like their ghouls. Oh, so much World Trade Center.
What the fuck movie was that?
I can't remember, but we used to watch we have this one channel that was like
Omni. Was it Omni?
It was Omni. It was just CFMT back in the day. Channel 47, Cable 4, or they said Cable Fun.
Yeah. Afterwards they changed it.
Yeah, but they would play all these weird. It was a very multicultural channel, so you'd have all these like foreign movies on in the middle of the night, and they were all fucking like fever dreams.
Yeah, they were fucked up. I'm like, what the hell are they watching over here? Oh, geez, made breakfast on your cock.
Yeah,
a breakfast sandwich?
Yeah. Oh.
And she's whoa, he's got hot on his own sister.
Yeah. He just did,
he's like if I wasn't dead from the waist down, wink, wink. You know what I'm saying there, Jackie?
Oh my Lord, that was the best.
Like this kid. I'd hang out with naked Jackie.
Yeah, I like that. I just picture a thing, and he's like, "Why am I naked?" He's like, "I had to wash your clothes, then I tugged you."
Yeah. I thought we might get a little undercarriage shot there from Jackie. So this is all Vancouver. Oh, it always fucking is.
There was just a random.
What the fuck? Like,
there was a random Jack Skellington there.
There was?
Yeah, I just it was a friggin' Mylar balloon of Jack Skellington.
That was too early, I think. Where?
No, this is 96 or 95.
95. When did that come out?
92, I think.
There
it is. You can see. Oh, it was just in the shot.
I didn't know it was that early. I thought it was in the 2000s.
No, not at all.
Really?
No, we were kids.
Oh, here we go. Here comes another one. Another good run around.
See, to me, again, like
right here.
I've had this discussion before, but this is precisely my my definition of what I would call pornography. Not like porn. Like, to me, porn isn't necessarily that it's sex. It's just whatever it is. Yeah, no, but it was whatever it is. Like I say, Fast and the Furious is car porn. It's like no story to get you to the car chase.
Right.
And friggin' Step Up is dance porn. No story to get to the dance scene. And this is just fight scene porn.
What are you talking about? They don't like him.
Yeah,
but he thwarted them at the store. Now they have it out for him.
It's literally like, oh, I've had a nap. Oh, we gotta fight again. Exactly, and then they have another fight. And then
come on, Jackie, give her. I always find impressive from Jackie is that bounce off the corner, like the jump up the corner. Oh, fuck.
That one was good because that was legit.
Oh shit, Jackie.
Yeah, That one was rough.
And they're all kind of cheaper stuff. Like, there's no explosions.
No.
It's just shots of him doing cool shit.
Oh, I think this is... Is this the one I'm thinking of? Where he does the jump from the roof? I think so, yeah. It's my all-time favorite stunt if it's the one that I'm thinking
of all time.
Yeah. I don't think it's this. I think he does that off an office building.
that was probably him. That was probably him.
Probably.
Anytime you see a guy with a helmet do it, it's probably Jackie.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I forgot how awesome this movie was.
And that's a great thing about him too, is like he's willing to put in the work to make sure that it's good, right?
Even at the expense of his own body.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah.
So I guess like the only person we could liken Jackie to, I guess now would be like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise does, I guess, most of his own stunts.
I'm going to say that Tom Cruise only impresses me more in that he started it way later in life.
Right.
It's not what he came up doing.
He got bigger money for the stunts, too.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched Fallout again the other night. Dude, that movie just gives me the biggest fucking hard-on.
Actually, speaking of Mission Impossible was one of the movies that was at the top of the charts this year. When this movie came out, yeah.
Hey.
So this movie, it cost $7.5 million to make it.
Oh man, that's beauty.
And then it made $32.39 million. So just shy of 32.4, obviously, if you know what numbers are. It debuted #1 ahead of Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow, The Muppet Treasure Island, Happy Gilmore, Mr. Holland's Opus, Mary Riley, Dead Man Walking, Black Sheep.
Oh shit! Did you say it was #1?
It debuted #1 for that year, like for that 1 week. Then next week it came down to #3 when Down Periscope and Up Close and Personal came out.
Down Periscope is a momentum crusher. That movie is woo.
Oh. It's so funny too because that movie it has a few moments that are funny, surrounded by a bunch of stuff that you're like, why on earth is this a thing? And it's got funny people in it, and it's got a former Survivor winner as one of the cast members in that movie.
In Down Periscope?
Yeah, he's somebody. He was on Survivor and he was listed as an actor, and you didn't really know what he was in. And
here we go.
Like, he was in Down Periscope.
Here we go.
Oh, this is this jump. Yeah, this isn't what I was thinking about, but I do like this one.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so it was 51st overall in 1996 for box office. Independence Day, Twister, Mission Impossible, Jerry Maguire, and Ransom were the top 5.
Ooh, Ransom's a good one.
Ransom was good. Yeah. Oh, a bum.
Oh my! I think it's the other guy's asshole. Look, I'm looking at it right now.
You know what would be great if you actually...
fucking A.
Oh, this would be... Oh, that would hurt like a motherfucker. This is probably the reason why there's not antennas like that on cars anymore.
Too many ass whips. Here we go.
I like to picture a... there you go. So they caught that jump with 4 cameras. Woo! He did it on the first try. That was not a multiple take deal.
Oh, yeah, well, what happens if you have to do it again?
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, like, the jump might not look as good.
Right, when you get a jag, so you gotta do it again.
Yeah. So, but that's why they put up so many cameras all at once, right?
Yeah, I guess you definitely don't want to do that again.
No, for sure. I just picture an alternate ending, though, where he actually kisses that guy on his tattoo and they become good buddies. And they're just like, yeah. He's like, do you find out that's what you need to do to show that you're in with the group?
You know what doesn't get me about these fucking bad guys is like, wouldn't there become a point where like there's like 50 of us?
Yeah.
This guy, did you just... Screw face. He looks like he had a screw onto his face.
I know.
So yeah, that works out pretty well.
Anyways, I apologize. You were saying.
Do not apologize.
Okay.
For anything.
But you were saying like 50 of these bad guys.
Yeah, and it's like, wouldn't you be like, wow, that was really impressive. Let's just leave the fucking guy alone.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is it? Like, do you really go home at the end of the night and think to yourself, we're so cool and tough when it's 50 of us just beat up one dude?
Yeah.
Like, do you really actually look at the mirror and think, I'm so cool and tough?
Or moreover, we're so cool and tough because this one dude just beat up all 50 of us.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I remember walking down the street in Toronto and there was like a bunch of dudes whipping one guy with their belts.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they got their belts off that fast. And then we came running across. It took me half an hour. we friggin' came across the street and a bunch of other people were like, well, we can't handle this. Like, there's like so many of them whipping this guy. And when a bunch of people walked up to them, they ran off like laughing and like high-fiving and stuff. And I was like, is that really? Are you really going to go home and be like, we're so tough and cool?
Maybe they thought they were inside a World of Warcraft game and that they were using their like flame swords against a dire orc.
What the hell just happened here?
Nobody knows. This movie makes I don't think you remember that this movie doesn't make sense.
No, they were talking or something. We missed their whole.
No, look, they didn't even know what happened. Like nobody here knows.
It's a random car crash. Yeah. You guys got 5 watches on.
Yeah, well, of course.
Get the gold.
This is what you used to do.
No,
this is what you used to do before you had
watch.
Yeah, it's what you used to do before you had an app that would like show all the different time zones.
These are some rival gang or something. You know, that scene actually reminds me of the scene in Dirty Harry. Yeah. Where the guy falls out. He's, the classic scene.
Mm-hmm. That guy looked like John Cena.
Holy shit, boys.
Do you see, I guess they just signed John Cena up for the next Fast and Furious.
Yes. Because they can't have The Rock now because he's too manly for fucking, Groot there. So they can't have him anymore.
Well, I think he's still in it.
I don't think he's going to be in it.
I don't know.
I absolutely do not think they hate each other.
I know, but they've hated each other for the last 4.
Right, but I think it's come to a head now because he balled out Tyrese and he put that big thing because The Rock's on set and none of the cast is there. Oh, an explosion! Yeah. He's like, this isn't my friend. And then apparently, buddy, what the hell's his name? Vin Diesel. Big D's just shows up whenever he wants to because become the Don D's.
Yeah. Well, what's really interesting, though, is I've heard that from people who work on that everybody on set loves Vin Diesel.
I have a feeling that The Rock is a prick. I have this this feeling that I'm sure he just seems so nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if affable, is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
He just seems, but I just feel like it's I don't know. There just seems something disingenuine about him.
Yeah, I don't know.
And every time he tells a story, he's always kind of pissing with his co-stars and I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's really weird because whenever he does stuff, with the exception of this, he always seems to have a really good relationship with everybody.
Right.
So I think that something just really clashed on
because he said that they're very unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like maybe they're pretty they don't really care, show up whenever kind of, we're making the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm here on time. Let's do this. You know, I've got a schedule because I make 15 movies a day.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of that probably had to do with that. And then being the last, the late guy in probably was what the fuck, right? So I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
I thought that was funny with Tyrese too, where he's whining because he's got no money and blah, blah, blah. And how dare you make Hobbs and Shaw? We're a family.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I make money on. How is that The Rock's problem?
Yeah. And also you didn't he didn't make Hobbs and Shaw. He's in Hobbs and Shaw, a movie that other people made.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think if they came to Tyrese and we're going to make a Tyrese or whatever your character's name is spin-off? Of course he would.
Of course he would.
And he was just whining and then Will and Jada Smith gave him $15 million so we'd shut up.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Yeah, that whole thing just really pissed me off about Tyrese.
Yeah, all of that stuff drives me bananas. And it's just I think they're doing as much as I'm not a huge fan of their movies, they're doing a good job of kind of the old school action franchise right now. They're doing these big things and they're bringing in a lot of stars and it's what the Expendables thought they were doing.
Right.
But it's no, we got Kurt Russell and we got fucking Jason Statham.
They could have done so much better with those movies. They should have split that cast and half of them are bad. And Arnold should have been the main bad guy and he transfers through to over multiple movies.
I agree.
And it's because every guys were all the good guy. And you know what I mean? Geez, at least Van Damme nutted up and was the bad guy.
And that's the problem. And it's the same argument that they used to have over and over again. Remember when half of the movies we've done, they're this was going to star these guys, but they didn't want to be the bad guy. Jackie Chan is amongst those people because he was supposed to be in fucking Demolition Man.
That would have been awesome if Jackie. I always said Jackie should have been a bad guy. John Woo should have made a movie where Jackie Chan was the bad guy and Buddy Chow Yun Fat, was the good guy.
Can't do it in Hong Kong. You you are what you are in there. It's if you are a bad guy in a movie, you are a bad guy in life. It's like a kayfabe that kind of
it's you're like John Cena never going bad.
Yeah.
Geez, man. Pull the trigger. Everybody goes bad. Look at how she's I feel bad.
Well, especially because he Well, he didn't start bad. He started good. It didn't work. He basically did the Rock thing, but then never went bad again.
Right.
Because like the Rock was good at the beginning, he sucked,
yeah.
and then he was bad for a bit when he was doing like the beginning of his Thugonomics.
Well, no, he was like, you're talking Cena, right? Yeah.
And then, but then the Rock did the same thing because he was Rocky Maivia. Then he became the Rock when he was in the Nation of Domination. And then he just kind of became too popular being a bad guy. And he didn't do the big thing to be the good guy all of a sudden. The big save or whatever. Yeah, he just all of a sudden people were cheering him and they're like, oh, okay, so I guess we'll just move him over to the other column and that's that now. Yeah.
I love a good look. Like, she's like, I'm so sorry, Jackie. I'm such a bitch.
Yeah, he reminds me of the kid from The Room. He's just always there and in the way.
If her role was a dude, he would have had his comeuppance.
Yeah.
I don't dig that. She deserves some comeuppance, not just like, well, you're a pretty girl. Yeah. I guess you'll get a free fucking pass.
Yeah.
He should at least get to sweep kick her in the face one time.
Well, that would be good.
While the kid in the wheelchair holds her down.
That would be good. Like, I think in those scenarios, I think the ideal one is the I'm going to be the person to go testify against these or something like that. Something that's like, I'm going to put myself in danger to prove that. Like, that would be. Oh,
is that what she's going to do? Look at this. This guy's like fucking blasting the room out.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hot box in the, can they see through that mirror? Or
no.
Is this just a weird office
I assume
space?
that everything is always
two-way
mirrors.
They never look over here. Damn it. It's true. I heard it's pretty crooked here, man. I heard the cops here are really crooked.
Nice.
For out of every, Toronto, apparently St. Catharines, they're crooked as shit.
I hope so.
Want to go undercover?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, under the covers. Sorry. Yeah. I don't want to be in any danger. I mean,
I just want a dick in me.
I know. Come on.
I hear.
This guy's going to be the second last to go down. I have the feeling this is going to... I can't remember the ending, but this is the type of movie where the bad guys sit on fire and go, oh, my butt, and then they're embarrassed in front of people, and that's their comeuppance.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they deserve to have their brains blown out by Jackie's sweet pecs.
Yeah. But again, it's not the type of good guy he wants
I know. He's one of those, take them to the authorities. He's not the Punisher. He's more of a Batman.
Yeah. No, he's not even Batman. Batman still has darkness in him.
That's later.
You'd never see any version of Batman be like, oh, I hurt my head.
He thinks it, but he doesn't dare say it.
My biscuits are burning. That would be an amazing thing to hear a Batman say. Robert Pattinson insist on that line.
Biscuits are burning. My biscuits.
I'm having a hard time going to let my ears go out. I've just had a really bad ear infection.
Do you think... I've had an ear infection for life.
Nice.
Did you try the... Oh, fuck, here we go. The foot... Oh, this looks like a cool club. I don't dig the tiger. I'm not cool with that kind of thing.
Well, they're not doing anything bad to him right now.
Yeah, so right now.
As long as it's not always.
This is Buddy's... you two sick fucks, the warehouse.
It probably
my life with the thrill kill cult's gonna come on. The crow's somebody's gonna smash through the ceiling.
Everybody always.
I don't know why. I do see a lot of similarities with the Crow in this movie for some reason.
There's a lot of it's this environment I think that they're putting forward with the bad guys and stuff like that. It's not that you. I think that you nailed it even more on the head with the similarities to Ninja Turtles.
I always see Ninja Turtles though. I don't know why every club. Holy shit, buddy! She doesn't even care.
No.
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, Lions, give me a piece of that. And not tonight, I guess. And Jesus.
So
I'll finish the cage. He's like, I can still put my tiger penis through the cage.
Yeah.
He's like, nice moves, girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackie. See, sometimes nice guys finish first.
She has less of a camel toe than he does, though. So what does that say?
She's a beautiful woman.
She's all right.
She's all right. You're a racist.
What? No, that's not true.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've ever been with an Asian girl.
Well, I feel like it's something you should know. No, I haven't. That's not on purpose. That's more on purpose on their part.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
It's like they had a meeting and they're like
a race thing.
It's like if you're gonna go for a white boy, this guy's off the list. Which I get it, but
what kind of a club is this? I kind of like it's just go-go dancing. They don't get naked.
Yeah.
She reminds me of somebody.
This whole movie, to me, I think this whole movie takes place within a 20 square foot block.
I think so, yes.
Because he's like, the store is like right above, like where they're living is like right above the store. The store's there. I'm assuming this is the girly place that they're advertising. That's like,
I'm guessing. You know what? You're probably absolutely correct. I never thought that out.
And then so like literally, it's just like the block of roads that surrounds it is basically where the whole movie.
Oh, geez, we just saw a ghost. What's she with this guy for? She is beautiful. Yeah, you don't think she's beautiful?
No, she's pretty. You
just think she's pretty?
Yeah,
I think she's beautiful.
I've seen prettier.
Oh my God, who hasn't?
What? Well,
I mean, still.
Then there you go.
That blurry old Ben Stiller shot.
That one guy. I was trying. I can't think of who he reminded me of.
Oh, here we go.
Remind me of like a wrestler.
Oh my God, this girl's been out of her shoes like the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
she's just like tore her ankle up or something, kicking the bike. So now you're gonna get blamed for that. Well,
Jackie. that girl broke her leg while shooting this movie, and then came back and continued shooting this.
Maybe
movie.
That was the scene.
No, she was on a motorcycle when she broke her leg, but
he's gonna pay for this.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. This is why I wouldn't want to be in a Jackie Chan movie, because it's like the majority of the trivia I went through is, this person broke their leg, 5 stunned people, like their heads fell off, and
nice.
A dragon ate somebody, and like it's just.
Okay, so that's funny because while like pretty much on the way to kissing, do you have a girl? You know what I mean? I don't think she really gave a shit what the answer to that question was.
No.
Look at these pieces of shit.
Yeah, he was getting. He was getting.
They've all got like pajama pants on.
Well, yeah, they're an efficient gang.
That girl would kick. Oh my God, that girl would kick his ass. That girl would kick most of their fucking. Oh fuck!
I love this.
Here's the gang that they took their. What the shit? That guy looked like he was just being like electrocuted by his testicles.
So if you're gonna fuck with one group of guys, who's it gonna be? The ones who are all dressed in punks with like the jammies, or the suit monsters who just came out? Like those guys.
The guys that show up in the stretch limo.
Like that guy, like no questions asked. I'm gonna put you in a chokehold, throw you in a thing, and you're definitely gonna be dead within the hour.
That's about it. Yeah. So they pissed out. I wonder if the other gang, is Jackie gonna have to fight the other gang? Yeah, Jackie's gonna end up with the diamond somehow or something, right? Oh yeah.
You know how this game goes. You know what's really torturing me right now? Since like the summer's here, the ice cream truck comes to the townhouse complex right behind us. So like every night around like 6:30 or 7 o'clock, you hear the ice cream truck music, and I just look outside, and it's like, oh look at, he's like strapped to that bike. That's so mean.
What does that mean?
And then because look at, they're leaving him.
Oh fuck! What an asshole.
Yeah. I feel like that's the least of your worries. The fact that he threw you face first on the ground would be my number one.
Oh, he's got other people coming after him.
The diamonds are in the cushion. That's the deal. That's the piece of the puzzle we're missing.
I'm sure Jackie totally could have caught that guy.
Yeah.
Like shit, man. Mm-hmm. But that's like one of those, here you go, bud. That looks like Free Jack.
Oh yeah, totally.
Fucking total Free Jack. This is how we got all those head scars.
Another guy who's gigantic on that list of when wrestling goes wrong because he attempted to murder somebody during.
I know the story. It's amazing. He's the biggest turd.
There's two
ever.
There's one where he threw the guy off the scaffolding and made him miss the tables on purpose, and he just went 20 feet down to the ground.
Free Jack's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and then there was one time when there was this guy who offered to fight in place of somebody.
Yeah, he was underage.
He was underage, and he friggin' destroyed him.
I just read that story recently, actually, and I'm like, Free Jack is the biggest shit. He actually stabbed a guy in the ring too, Free Jack.
Yeah.
Like he's like, why would you hire him again?
And he's so proud of it.
I know because he's a piece of shit.
And Heyman kept rehiring him because the crowd went nuts when he was there. That was all he gave a shit about. He's just like, what's gonna make
Heyman runs Raw now.
I heard about
and Eric Bischoff runs SmackDown.
See, I was wondering about that because I heard everybody and they were talking about it like it was real, and I'm just like. I'm like, did they all forget like what this is? Because like they always have like the GM, and then I heard more and more people talking like it's real. I'm like, is it real? Like I'm like,
so they are working with Vince is not dumb, right?
Yeah.
So,
but it's still though. I mean, he's got one guy. I get Heyman being
both
in
companies
charge.
that he took over because they couldn't cut the mustard. Now he's got those two guys. You know,
but the reasons they couldn't cut the mustard were very different.
Yes, Heyman's good though. Heyman knows what he's doing.
but also like Bischoff's got a good mind for wrestling. It was his writers. It was it's always the one dude.
Vince Russo.
Russo was the big problem with all that. We need to do.
We'll see what happens. Raw's already changed quite drastically.
Really?
Like from the last one it was pretty good.
Good.
Like I didn't see it, but I read the reviews and the matches and.
Well, I guess desperate times, right?
You got that right, Mike. I can't believe you don't see it. That one was beautiful.
She's very pretty. It's just
What's her name?
I don't know.
Let's get a character bio on her.
Yeah.
any character bios?
I don't think so.
Damn, girl.
I'm hoping that I don't have the wrong girl and that's Anita Louie or whatever.
Look at the mohawks on these guys.
Just a friend of mine. See, look at again, it's the fucking Foot Clan.
Look at this, man. It totally is. Look at these guys. This is the kind of party. Oh, he's coming in.
Oh yeah, he doesn't stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh fuck yeah. Nobody even notices. They're too busy making out, doing drugs, and making out with drugs.
With party hats on.
I know. This sounds like a good party. Party favors.
This is like the only. This looks like the only St. Patrick's Day party that like black people go to. See?
Oh shit! That guy it was running into the guy. Like he was powering the machine.
Yeah, he was into the.
Oh fuck!
Hey, I do.
You're fucked, buddy.
Yeah,
fucking right on. Here we go.
I dig the guts, eh? Yeah, well, I don't understand why they haven't put a bullet in him like already, right?
They respect him slightly.
Oh, her name is Francoise Yip or Francois Yip.
Oh, you found her?
Yeah. It was not hard. She's in Blade Trinity.
Oh my god, look, he throws the gun. Sorry.
Yeah, she's in Blade Trinity, Aliens vs. Predator, The Predator, Shadow Hunter. Other things.
She's the girl that is she the girl?
She's a girl.
No, in The Predator.
I think so.
The one who's like, oh, the blood, and she finds the blood on the leaf?
Yeah, I think that's right.
No way. That does kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
When was the
Predator is the most recent one.
Oh, she's in that one.
Yeah.
I thought she was the girl that they find.
No. Oh god, no, that doesn't line up at all.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, the time period's not.
I was gonna say that girl was like 8 years older than her 10 years earlier.
Yeah, and it was way before this movie.
Yeah, it was like that movie was like 85 or something like that. Boom.
Oh fuck yeah.
That's
I like how he throws the gun.
He knows the pose, eh? Like that, like I've got like the one arm out sideways punch with the other arm. He's like, that's the poster right there.
Woo! Oh, that looked brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like you banging off the couch. It's like you were going.
Anybody who has not heard any versions of these stories before, Todd and I used to just like wrestle around like kids do, but they would get pretty brutal. And
some strap matches that were epic.
Yeah, and the one problem, the one major problem was that of all of the friends, I was the smallest by a lot.
Yes.
Like by about 75 pounds or something like that. I was like,
we were big boys.
I was so much smaller than everybody else. I was a good 5 inches shorter than everybody because I didn't grow to a man until I was 30. And then
you were a man at 12. What are you talking about?
No, I had facial hair and a bald spot, but no fucking height.
Right.
And look at all. I'm enjoying all the TVs.
I know, it's like
there.
Crazy. Oh yeah, up through the cart.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
This is a cool move.
That still blows my mind, only because I was never able to do that. Even at my skinniest, I was
trying.
Too fat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Todd and I would get into these fights, and the thing is, I think my only defense was I would just like hit harder than maybe I should, or like bend somebody harder than I should.
That was your right, though.
I don't know.
I accepted that.
I always felt a little bad. I tried to like not, but then I realized sometimes I'd hear somebody like and I'm like, I shouldn't have done that.
You were really good at the holds.
I had to do something.
Yes. Oh,
that was the where he hurts himself.
Yeah, that's where he bangs his head.
But yeah, so like we would do that. But then one time Todd and I in his aunt and uncle's basement, we took 2 belts and we tied them together and we wrapped them around our wrists and we had a strap match. And the idea of a strap match is you're supposed to get to like all 4 corners, like dragging the other dude. But like we would whip the crap out of each other. And this one time Todd yanked on me and pulled me back first into the corner of the coffee table.
I remember that. Like it was yesterday, man.
And I was just down for the count, and literally then Todd just walked around the room, and that was the end of that match. I was dead.
There's nothing like having like predetermined matches just for yourself.
I know.
Like,
do you remember?
Like,
no, but the most important one that ever happened. Do you remember? Oh, got his gun back. Do you remember the one time when we got challenged to a hardcore match by those two guys in high school?
Yep.
We were like, oh yeah, we're real, like we do backyard hardcore wrestling, and they're like, why don't you guys come over and try and take us on? And we literally, like the friggin' acolytes, like we walked in and we destroyed
across the street.
Yeah, we literally went across the street and we walked in and they're like, yeah, let's do this. And this was not a fight. Like we were not trying to hurt, like we were not angry at each other or anything. It was a wrestling match and we just cleaned their clocks.
It was awesome.
And they were literally like rolling on the ground, like at the end of any of these fights. And then we just walked away. And that was like the last we heard from that.
I am not going to say names, but the gentleman who lived there, we would film the wrestling. I don't know if you were there that tape, but we'd film it on an old camera.
Yeah.
And we put the tape in.
Oh, I heard this story.
And it was playing. Is that Kelly Rowland? And
no, but
they played the tape, and it was like, it had been taped over so many times.
Yeah, you get a little flashes
and you get all these weird things. And so it was all blue. And he's like, oh, I guess I got to fast forward. And when he, only in fast forward mode, when he pressed fast forward, it was a video of his mother giving head to her old boyfriend.
I remember
and
that.
Oh my God, what an amazing evening. I see his face. He was like, oh my God. We were like, that's your mom.
I remember.
She was a very attractive woman, actually.
I very... like specifically remember the day that I saw you after that, and I could see from a distance the look on your face. I'm like, I missed something gigantic. I'm like, Todd may have witnessed a murder that was like astounding. And then you told me that story, and I was like, oh. There's just certain things. I mean, high school, we've always talked about what a tough time high school is and stuff like that, as far as that stuff. And like, but everybody's got those stories. Like there was a friend of ours the one time who was one of our friends delivering papers or something like that, and then looked in the window and saw he was like dancing by himself. Like he was like doing like, again, not naming names.
I got caught in the worst positions ever. Like, my God.
Yeah, it was just...
the first 20 years of my life is just one of those awkward, like, comedy of errors where everybody's like, it's like kind of like the British Office where you're like, and you're just like, this is so awkward. Like, oh my God. Like...
yeah, the British Office is the American Office with depression. So, like, that's the way I... Peyton Manning's really
Are they all buds now because they can't beat him? Jackie's like helping the gang leader. He's like the worst dude ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's, like, what the fuck, dude?
It's a movie where there's no sides, but everybody's fighting each other.
Yeah.
It's just like,
this guy's like, well, we can't. You win, Jackie.
Yeah.
See, he did exactly what I said. He's finally like, this guy's fucking awesome. Let's stop fighting this dude.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing, too, is Jackie leads by example. So now these people are like, he's such a good dude. Yeah. I can't do this anymore. You showed me the error of my ways.
Oh, absolutely. I'm really loving how much this invalid is being tossed around in this movie. He's literally, he's been thrown on his face. He's been just...
That's his new cushion, you piece of shit. That kid is like, oh my God, feel it, kid.
That kid,
jeez.
Yeah, I feel like that kid heard of Stanislavski and that's how I'm going to act, but then never found out what it was. It's just like...
This guy's just mad as ponytail makes him look stupid.
He looks like, from his eyes, he looks like the dude from The Fifth Element.
You're coming with me. Yeah. Oh, he does, buddy. He's like the rat guy.
If you put that guy's face on the other guy, on the blonde guy's...
yeah. He's the rat guy. Yeah. He was also in like The Fifth Element, and he's like the guy that tries.
That's what I said, The Fifth Element.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking when you said it, I thought Tango and Cash, even though you literally said The Fifth Element.
That was Tango and Cash was what I was going to suggest. That's what I was going to suggest for this episode.
Oh, no way.
You said this. I always have a couple of suggestions on hand just in case, but when it's your choice, I want it to I'm like, if you can't figure it out, I got some things in the
I was saying, oh my God, buddy, this guy's brutal. Yeah. This is the I don't know why I thought it shook me a little bit right before I got back to you. I was like, what have we done?
I know, but that's exactly it too.
And I was like, Jackie, we haven't done Jackie Chan yet.
Yeah.
Plus, I just wanted to watch Rumble in the Bronx again anyway.
I haven't seen this movie since.
Oh my
forever,
God.
Man.
I think I'm paralyzed. Oh no, wait, I always was. Sorry, Jackie.
Well, he could use the walking sticks. It'd be the best if he was like, how do you feel? He's like, actually great.
Yeah, he's like, look, he's dancing.
But it's a bad effect where it's like, it's the lower body is somebody else's body.
I love that. I love when they do that.
It's like when you see Muppet legs.
Hit him again, Jackie. Shoot him, Jackie.
How did that kid from a sitting position? I couldn't have thrown that wrench.
Ooh.
I do like.
He's got great upper body strength from being in the chair.
Ooh, good point. Actually,
Yeah,
you just totally schooled
he's
me.
a beast.
Yeah,
these are blood diamonds. And while your sisters are bloody from being in her vagina and smuggling them across the Chinese border.
Yes.
Actually, sorry, the Bronxian border.
Yeah. For the last time, Danny, those are not diamonds. Those are just her hard nipples.
Yeah. That's just her clitty ring.
Yeah.
Gleaming like a disco ball.
God, that's one thing I'm glad I never came across. It's like a
disco ball clitty ring?
A gross piercing somewhere. Where I was like,
downstairs. And it's like, Jesus.
It's two
fish
hooks and a
girl with
swastika.
like a tongue ring. Like, how many blow? Do you see anybody with tongue rings anymore? Is that like a thing anymore?
It's rare. I see more.
I see the ear hole stretchers, which is like, dude, like when you get to the certain point, there's no way you're going to want to be like 70 and have gigantic ear holes that won't come back together.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing I want to do to my body where there's no going back.
Yeah, I know. That's like, you think at the gym, I don't give a shit, but I guarantee you later on in life, they're going to be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah. The
like,
only
to
way,
each their own. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. But I mean, I guarantee you will regret it.
Yeah, I put this to you. I don't judge you for doing it. I will not do it though, which in its own way is judgment. But like,
oh no, I'm judging.
Yeah.
I'm judging.
Well, it's like
because it's dumb.
Yeah. It is dumb. I just won't say who's specifically dumb for
right, it's the
Waha.
Yeah. Where do they even do those things anymore? I mean, there's a point where you can get it. It will go back.
I feel like that
like there's the little ones.
I feel like this is just an empty lot for like an old city TV that they just built a building in.
Yeah, this is the whole thing does take place like in the neighborhood, like the one like the streets and then this store.
Yes. Yeah, we're very.
Ooh, my ears just popped. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I hope it goes well.
Jackie! Hey! Isn't that happening in this one? Hey! No. She holds her purse up. Hey, Jackie!
Oh, maybe.
Oh, no, I'm thinking friggin' Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. She's like, you have nipples just like me.
It wasn't this Chinese movie. It was that racist stereotype of Chinese movies.
Yeah, like, look, she's like, what do you mean you're a man? He's like, put your hand down there. What's this? I don't have this. He's like, it's a penis. I'm a dude. Oh fuck! That's exactly what a woman would totally rather find in your crotch—a bag full of diamonds.
I like the renovation to this place. It's going to make the one thing that all like Chinese-run convenience stores have: no space. We have to fill every square centimeter.
And any random centimeter that is loose, jam in a bootleg DVD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's like the one that we always went to as kids. They moved into a smaller store in the same plaza, but they doubled their inventory. So that, like, it's literally like you have to sideways walk through everything. And it's just like
Buddy and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, pretty much.
What does he say there too?
He's like, I'm feeling a little flat.
Yeah. That's right. That guy's the man. Fucking Jackie's got the what? Okay, before we just saw. Okay, the store has been destroyed like 5 times by gangs. The white girl is still working there.
Yeah,
I'm like, is there no other jobs in the Bronx, or is she just like a thrill junkie?
Yeah, she's probably
like, it gets her hot when the gangs are going to tear the place apart.
She had one of the first blogs, and she used to blog about the exploits of this place.
She's like, should I yell out "rape me" or should I just expect them to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it really then if I just yell it? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's consent.
She's just hoping. She's like, come on, somebody, please.
Yeah. They'll just think I'm singing Nirvana. I like this. We're just going to pull the store down. This is another reason why.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. How did they not note? Like, that was.
Holy shit. That must have taken at least 5 minutes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that when they were down there, they must have been in the middle of doing that while they were having
and they ransacked the guy, too. He's like, not.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Now the other gang. Now the worst gang. Now, the other gang's going to go, like, help Jackie at the end. She's like, I'm taking a shit. I ain't opened the door.
That'd be the best.
Oh, watch. They'll think she's going to be on the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, girls, little girls, middle-sized girls, and bigger girls.
I don't remember hardly any of this movie. Like
I don't remember, either, actually.
I don't remember this scene, but it just proves my point that this was just built in a parking lot.
Boom.
Because they wouldn't have just pulled down an actual building.
Would you say this was 7.5 mil?
Yeah.
This one's worth every fucking penny.
Yeah.
Look, oh yeah, there she is. Jurassic Park style. Sitting on the John.
She gets eaten by a dinosaur in the next scene.
Who's gonna fucking pay for this place, for fuck's sakes? What a total
Insurance. I see your big vagina.
She's like, look at this. I haven't shaved my bush in 20 years.
That would have been a way funnier joke. Oh, actually, I actually find it quite funny that she just went through the door. That made
she like opened it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jackie's gonna fall right off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on this.
I'm jumping. I got some good grabs there, eh? I like this like grabby Hong Kong's. Oh my God, he's in all. He's got the Canadian tuxedo on. He's soaked.
He looks like Richard Mall. They did look.
Oh, this guy. They were Jackie. No, I was like, what?
If Sean Connery and Richard Mole had a baby, that would be this guy.
That is totally true. I fucking love Richard Mole. We should watch House.
What?
House.
Oh, the horror movie.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he was not in
House
the
MD,
movie with.
man.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a House MD stand-in.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the guys with one of the impossible diseases that only House could.
Yeah, exactly. You know what this is? Like, remember I said when I leaned over and I was like, this movie's fucking dubbed? It really bothered me at the time. Now I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care whether it's dubbed or not, man.
The only, like, lip sync bothers me a little, but it's like you can get past, well, depending on what it is. Like, if it was just a straight up like movie, like if it was like a comedy where it's like an all dialogue kind of thing, I'd really give a shit.
It would bother you, yeah.
But
this is not that type. They're checking them for lice. Hanging around all them gangs,
probably
might have lice.
Exactly.
Check your head here, bud.
You've been to an elementary school once. You definitely have lice.
Pretty much.
I gotta tell you, that's the hardest part about being a parent. Is every goddamn day your kid comes home and you go through the backpack and you're waiting for the notice. Somebody in this school's got lice.
Somebody's got lice.
Which means you got to boil your kid's face again. I just do it.
You got lice. You didn't even look at. I know that they're in there.
Like it.
And then you have to like put everything in plastic, and I'm like,
Apparently now it's such a thing because like I remember as a kid, like I never got lice. It just didn't happen.
I think I did.
Yeah, I like most.
You have to have hair to have lice.
I had some then. It was just enough.
I think some is relative.
No, but I had
maybe?
I had that super fine.
Yes, you did.
Like sad doll.
You
hair.
know it was fine.
Yeah, exactly. But it was like it just apparently does not attract lice, and they said something about being blonde, but that was bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Yeah, that's just a lie.
The Führer says we don't get the lice.
Exactly.
Heil.
Exactly. Right when you did that guy did that. He was like,
sweet.
he heiled back at you. But yeah, it's such a big thing because you always feel like you're the only one. Like you're the parent. And you're like, oh God, my kid's got lice or whatever. There are full on like lice centers in almost every friggin' city.
A lice center.
You go there and they got all the stuff, and then they'll do your kid's hair, and like it's a one-time treatment thing. You're not gonna have to do the double treatment and all that stuff.
It's like a one-stop shop.
And it's just exactly. And then, but I was like,
all kids' heads would be shaved. I'd be like, forget this. This ain't happening again. Your head is shaved.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Sorry, daughter.
Well, Abby's got her only rule. She's got to keep her hair tied back. And she's got to let the ones who we know are the ones giving her lice stay the fuck away off of her.
Why? Because they always known like.
Yeah. There's a girl. Again, I don't want to name names.
Don't name names.
We had a kid who was always in our class. Initials TN, and and he was like the dirty kid, and he was always the one who had like that kind of stuff. This is that kid.
I totally got it.
Yeah.
I saw that individual recently.
Really? I haven't seen him in decades.
Yes. He's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he's like huge.
Yeah. Does he like
not ripped huge? Like
no, just really?
Yeah. Same guy.
But yeah, it's there's always the one kid. Excuse me, and it was just it's always just
birds are flying. I hear that at every party. All these cocks come out. They're like, bro, the birds are flying. And then when you say the eagle has landed. And you go, brah! And you open your butt cheeks, go, brah!
What story are you telling?
Oh, what?
When did you get here?
Yeah, what the fuck? They're not going to do anything bad. It's just a warehouse that's abandoned.
It's a mustache guy again. Reminds me of the mustache guy I wasn't afraid of in the first.
Lice.
Yeah, literally there was a bug in his hair.
Yeah, yeah, that was fucking awesome. That
was good.
Fucking right. It was Bill Murray.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, he just turned into Bill Murray.
This guy's an enigma. This is why they can't find him. The cops. Look at him now. He's got the hat on.
He's everybody. He's nobody.
You remember the last time when my thumb was killing me or my thumb hurt?
Yeah.
I honest to God think it's from playing PlayStation.
Oh, really?
Because I hate that they make the joystick, you push it down, and that counts as a button. Yeah. I hate that.
I know.
Because then I accidentally crouch, and then I'm like not running.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it pisses me off. And I remember because I'm playing Horizon, and I'm like, run. And then I was like, fuck my thumb. And I was like, you goddamn. I was like, you fucking game.
Carrie does it all the time. And she's like, stupid controller. I'm like, well, it's technically not the controller.
Yeah, exactly.
It's technically you just like tensing
because
up.
I get battle stress.
Well, that's the thing is
these fucking things are coming at me.
But you don't mean to press it.
No, well, yeah, exactly. Oh shit. Ooh, he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, man, fitting into tight spaces, eh?
Come on, look at this guy. This guy ain't going nowhere. How do you get even that? He's like moving it.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, I'm done my cigar. Oh no, not. I was gonna say I'm done my cigar. He just shot him in the cigar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if that guy survives,
thank God that was Cuban because it stopped halfway down the cigar, like it didn't blow his brains out.
That would be the best.
What? I was just about to say I finished my cigar. Now I'm gonna shoot you, but no, he threw it in his mouth. He had to throw it in his mouth before shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he takes the cigar out. He uses a cigar cutter to cut it off, pulls the bullet out of the other, and he goes, "Check the striations on this."
The striations. Oh, you better get a move on, Jack. Here it is. Here we go.
Yeah, this is the music is telling you the final battle is at hand.
This is the one.
What year is this? The type of cars they have? Like
I know it's 95, but you know they got them all from the.
Like these all came directly from Police Squad, the TV show.
Oh, Party Boat. This is the best way to get on Party Boat.
Or this is also maybe before Vancouver was a really big shooting location, so they didn't have a lot in way of like, like you'll go to Toronto and you'll see all the cars for like for whatever era when they're shooting a movie. Like we were up there one time. I think they were shooting Starsky and Hutch, and we were up there.
Terrible movie.
And well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they were shooting it,
right? And
you could see all the old cars were on the road and stuff like that. I feel like that's all they had in Vancouver at the time. Like these are the cars we have. Take them or leave them. It's like, but they look like they're from the early '80s. It's like, yeah, well, enjoy.
There we go. Here comes Jackie. We missed Meteor Man. Maybe we'll show him again.
Yeah,
on the dock here. Come on, show him. Or it's Bobby McFadden. What the hell is he? Look at him go.
Bobby McFadden? Who is that?
Bobby McFerrin. Oh my God, there you go. Look at that one.
There. Oh. It's a good stunt.
This reminds me right underneath. This is a killer.
So we will see.
Is this your favorite stunt right here?
No. It's the one I'm thinking of isn't in this movie. The one I'm thinking of
broke his ankle right there.
You'll see in the during the credits when he actually broke his ankle.
So which stunt are you thinking of then?
No, it's not even in this movie. I thought it was in this movie.
No, that's what I'm asking you. What stunt?
It's the one where he wraps the fire hose around the bucket over and over and over again, and then he jumps in the middle and then jumps off the building and then yo-yos down to the bottom.
I think that's like Who Am I?
It's either Who Am I? I was thinking it may have been First Strike because
it's one of those.
Yeah,
I found Who Am I on VHS. I gotta watch it. I'll tell you if it is because that stunt kicks ass.
It is one of the most fantastic stunts.
And I've ever seen. Wraps and then he unravels with the thing with momentum. I was like, whoa! Like,
this is the one thing. If you want to compare Jackie Chan and Tony Jaa, I think the big difference is like his Jackie Chan stunts seem more practical to what's happening in the movie.
Right.
Tony Jaa stunts are often like, oh, these guys are carrying a barbed wire ring across the street for some reason, and then he like squat jumps through it, and I'm like, well, why?
I wasn't
why
that impressed. I wasn't that impressed with Tony Jaa.
I like him a lot. I think they were good, but I think that like Jackie Chan's was.
It was always the same shit with Tony Jaa. Yeah. It was like 45 minutes of like this guy like worshiping his elephant, and then the elephant gets kidnapped, and I'm like, when is he gonna kick somebody?
Yeah.
And the fights were brutal looking though.
Yes.
I think the best is the Raid 2. Have you seen the Raid 2?
Raid Redemption is out of this world.
Shit! Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like the Raid was good, but the second one is next
And
level.
is that where that's where they go through the apartment building?
Yeah, people are trying to get them to be like they're, and I mean, you see it. Yeah, you see its influence and stuff like that, like the long fight scenes in Daredevil
or
come right from that. And yeah, but like a lot of people have been trying to get them, and a lot of people were saying like those are the guys you need to get if you're going to make another Fast and the Furious, and want to add new like talent, because that's one thing Fast and Furious good at, is they add a lot of
new people,
but they also
like
add
maybe
multicultural talent.
Was it Tony Jaa going to be the bad guy in something, but then he didn't?
Tony Jaa was in Triple X Return of Xander Cage.
I could see Tony Jaa being the bad guy in a new one.
Yeah, he was one of the bad guys in that. It was him and Donnie Yen were the bad guys in that one.
And which was the again?
Triple X Return of Xander Cage.
Oh, Lord. Did I even see that one?
No, probably not. It was
that was the sequel.
It was fairly recent too, all things considered.
Oh my god!
Like, it's the non-Ice Cube sequel.
I remember that where he jumps the motorcycle and like knocks the guy's cigarette out of it. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah. See, but the one thing that they're good at, and that Vin Diesel as a producer is good at, is he's like, I'm going to get a star from every country. so every country.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So then every country is like, they want to see the movie because we got their big star.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's smart, actually.
It is. And like they get a soccer star from Italy. So now it does well in Italy.
And Ronda Rousey was in that one that I really like.
Yeah. But that they'll do that. And that's like that's one thing, like Star Wars is something that does really well here, but not everywhere.
No.
Right? And
it's not very big in China, I heard.
Like it would, if it was even half as big in the rest of the countries as it is in North America, every single one of them would beat highest grossing movie of all time. But that being said, the fact that the first one was the highest grossing movie of all time, that Force Awakens was up there, is like, and holds a lot of box office records and stuff like that. It tells you like that's how much people here like it. It's like, we like it so much, we're just gonna see it more than everybody sees everything.
I kind of dig that though. Every culture's got their own thing. I totally forgot about this whole hovercraft scene.
I didn't forget about the hovercraft only because I knew he broke his ankle.
I jumped onto it. Yeah, I didn't realize how long he was. Yeah, I didn't think that they go onto the street and everything here, right?
This actually is, it reminds me a lot of the GoldenEye tank scene, which may be the 4th of July parade that's coming up, because there's going to be tanks rolling through the streets of Washington, apparently, for the 4th of July, which is tomorrow as we're recording this. I know this is a friggin' September episode.
Yeah, I know, right?
Deal with it. Happy 4th.
Guy's still smoking a cigar, right?
Who does he remind me of? He reminds me of that guy who was like, oh god, he was in like Batteries Not Included.
Oh, and, there you go.
Oh, thanks.
There's the car.
There's
the one. Yeah,
car.
exactly. There's the Fast and the Furious. Oh,
that's fantastic.
Fuck.
I would love to. Yeah, that would be troublesome. That's what happened to Tracy Morgan's car.
It's way worse, apparently.
For the first time in the longest time, I saw a car with gull-wing doors yesterday.
You saw what?
The gull-wing doors, the ones that open up like sideways.
Oh, cool!
Like that.
I saw Tesla do that.
Oh, see, I was at it was a BMW, but it was interesting because it's ornament, and it was like the whole car was black and red, but its insignia was also red. Like it didn't have the traditional blue on it. And this guy came up, and he looked like the kind of guy who would own this car. He looked like the young Middle Eastern guy who like moved to the country, but his father's like a Saudi Arabian sheikh, like, kind of thing.
Right.
And like he was just looked like such a douchebag, and then he opened up the gull-wing door, and he was like, he wasn't even opening up for the girl, he was just opening it up to show her how cool it was.
Right.
Like, I feel like hilarious. He closed it on her right away, and then was like, open it yourself, woman.
Yeah, when I saw it was neat. I love Tesla. Anytime I see somebody riding a Tesla, I will try and get their attention to give them the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've seen a lot of Teslas recently in St. Catharines.
Oh, Teslas are big here.
The cheaper model must have come out or something, because it's...
No, it hasn't yet.
Oh, because I've seen so many of them around.
But people have been buying the other. Well, they're making. Well, the more expensive ones have become cheaper, not like cheap. Oh. But that's a good move.
That was a good move.
I want a hovercraft. I wish that you could buy like personal hovercrafts for like travel, because I would like. Well, I live directly across a lake, and I have to drive all the way across.
Somebody was talking about. Some company was through in a bid or something to build
a company in Prince Edward Island's looking to make a ferry to go across from
the ferry. That's what it is.
I think it's from Niagara on the Lake to Toronto.
Yes. Yep. That's an awesome idea.
It is. I just don't know how long it would take. Like, would it be worth my time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I'll bet you it takes 90 minutes from Peely. It's probably way quicker. I'll bet you it's an hour.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'll bet it's an hour.
If it's an hour and it's cheap enough.
I would take a wild guess that it would be, you're going across the whole lake, though.
And it's a bunch of things, because how much does it cost?
Because I don't take the train.
Yeah, because I don't take the train because it takes me, it costs me more to take the train. Plus I have to drive a half hour to get to the train. Right. So it's like, the price isn't worth.
Well, hopefully it's one of the car carriers like I work on. Yeah. And you can just drive the thing right on.
Well, that would be cool.
I don't know now, because it's right across a lake now. And I'm like, ooh, maybe it would be longer.
It's big. And depending on where it would drop off too.
It would probably be right there where Toronto Island is, like right in that area. So there he is. There's a
Tommy Davidson again. Yeah.
I was going to say Meteor Man.
Oh, there you go. Townsend.
Yeah, Townsend, Robert Townsend.
But he kind of has Humpty's nose.
Yeah.
From the Digital Underground.
Oh, they just duct taped over the big rip. Yeah. Oh, I guess it still works. Yeah, there it is.
That fast, apparently.
That's how good gapper tape is, bro.
By the way, I want to give a special fuck you to my son, who no, we went for our camping trip. It was their first time using this brand new tent, and he ripped a hole in the screen. I'm like, you little shithead. And then he was like, I didn't do it. And I'm like, you're the only one. He was literally like pounding on it, going, yeah, because he's 3. So like, I forgive him. That was awesome. I kind of want to get run over by one of those now.
Apparently it's fun.
Apparently it's pretty okay.
Oh my God. That was like the wind like pushed him.
Yeah.
Run him down, Jackie.
See, this is almost exactly what you said in the comeuppance. Yeah. Instead of his being on fire.
Burt burned his bum.
Oh, and that's it.
End of the movie. Oh, here we go.
But that's literally the end of the movie. There's no like, okay, so here's where we're gonna move going forward.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
So Look at him. Jackie Chan. So yeah, this is him.
Oh, he's burning his ass.
Well, he's literally like learning how to.
This is like the same scene from with John Candy.
What's the difference between a stunt coordinator and a stunt director?
Oh, there's a lot of difference, man. Don't even. What are you fucking doing here, man? What are you trying to do? Oh my God, there's his foot.
Yeah, it came off.
The foot came right off. Look at him. Look at him. Just a glutton for punishment.
That's actually a perfect example of what it was like every time I tried kneeboarding.
Pretty much, right?
Like I was the only one who couldn't get up kneeboarding, so we just quit eventually.
I hated kneeboarding.
Yeah, it wasn't as fun.
Sucked. Every time you hit it, wave it, like it killed your knees.
Yeah.
And
I like how it's just so business as usual for him.
There she's she's hurt too.
Yeah, she was legit hurt.
Oh shit.
That was one of the big injuries too. Oh no, that wasn't. I like that they care at least. Oh no, she's hurt.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I think she's one of the ones who busted something up bad. Yeah, well, that person's dead. Oh no!
Oh no, there he is. He's like, now you know what I feel like, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Not a ton of. That must suck when you're breaking stuff like that too, because it's like now we have to put it all back together.
I wonder what do you have when he got paid?
Oh, he. What's
that?
Oh
my God, that stunt just like wow.
I have no idea. I'm willing to bet it was barely $1 million, if that.
Really?
Well, because the whole movie was $7.5 million. There's no way he made 1/6 of the price.
Look at that.
And again, when you're unproven, like, I mean, he's proven, people knew him and stuff, but not here.
You got to prove yourself again. You're right. Yeah, totally.
So it
look at this, and they just strapped a fake shoe thing over his cast. See, what a beast!
That's what, and I have a lot of respect for like the.
Was it like the same day?
I know the same day. Like it was like a little while later, but same day he was at the film festival putting Drunken Master 2 out. He was at the Vancouver Film Festival, awesome. And like so. That
shit.
person's dead.
Yeah.
Back this giant floating thing up.
I saw the Coast Guard one. The noise, holy shit.
Oh, yeah?
The noise, you can hear that thing. Oh, this is good. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm stuck.
This big must be
fat ass. They're right there. Like, that looks like, look at me. He's like, son of a bitch. Like, I don't know why I can really feel that one.
Well, because, like, I think that's
holy shit.
Yeah, it's more accessible pain, right? Because you've banged your head before. You haven't fallen,
Or feet pain.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what it is about my feet. I was thinking about that scene in what's it called, where they're hammering Mel Gibson's toes. The Blue movie.
Yeah. Fuck.
What the fuck was the name of that movie?
Conspiracy Theory?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
He's always smoking and he talks like this. And it's all noir-y.
Oh, yeah. Get Carter.
No.
No, it's same thing. Though.
Yeah.
Payback.
There it is. That was an awesome movie.
Get Carter. Yeah. Man, I hate that he I want to just like Mel Gibson again, but he screwed it up. I
don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what you do in your personal time, you're going to do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you said some awful things. Who doesn't?
I think you're a garbage person, but I enjoy your movies.
Exactly. I don't need to like their shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you did something, if I find out, something really, he said some bad shit.
Yeah.
What a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like, listen to this episode over again. See how many bad things we fucking say? Holy fuck.
It's true.
He's back, though. He's been directing. He's in some stuff.
Father's Day too.
I know he was in like that Mexican one where he was like get the gringo and
Expendables 3.
Well, no, but he directed that war one with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be his thing for a while. I figured he'd just direct and just kind of like stay out of the limelight. But yeah, he's come back.
Will that be Mel Gibson?
It's all about it's all time.
He's not Bryan Singer or Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
like he's an asshole, but they all fucking are.
Well, but I don't know, the way people choose to forgive people is always weird. Like nobody seemed to mind Rob Lowe.
No, but they definitely didn't like Polanski.
Yeah,
doing it.
But it depends on who you talk to, because some people are like, I love Roman Polanski, he's a genius, and I'm definitely going to do all his movies.
Right. But yeah, Rob Lowe did get a pass. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, good looking and charismatic he is.
Yeah.
Of course he's betting these girls.
It's like they didn't even have to bring out a lawyer. They just brought out like a logic expert who said, look at him. They all want to fuck him.
Yeah, can you blame him?
Like, from a numbers base, somebody's going to
case closed.
Yeah.
Your punishment is fucking me later in my chambers. Bang.
No, his punishment was we're going to talk about it during your roast.
Yeah.
Like that was, who are they? They're doing a roast. Alec Baldwin's the next guy being roasted.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good one. I wonder who's going to show up for that one.
I have no idea at this point.
He doesn't have any friends either. Nobody.
Yeah.
He'll play half the characters roasting himself. That's how awesome Alec Baldwin is.
I was like, I'll bet you'll see Tracy Morgan there.
I'll bet you what's her name will be there.
Tina Fey will probably be there.
Tina Fey will be there.
She might end up being like the
roast master.
Yeah.
I love Tina Fey.
I
think she's brilliant.
I'm waiting for her to come out with her next thing.
I know, me too. I loved Kimmy Schmidt. Oh my God, I loved Kimmy Schmidt.
I liked it. I wasn't in love with it the way you were, though. I was just kind of like, I laughed at it.
Titus. Oh my God, did he ever kill me? But I was watching it with a girl too, so maybe kind of the vibe kind of.
Titus reminds me, I always picture him. There's that new show, I think it's called Pose, coming out on FX.
Right.
And it's like, it sounds like it's supposed to be kind of serious and stuff. And they're talking about AIDS and they're talking about all this stuff. But every time the guy's talking and then it like goes to like shots of people voguing and stuff. I always picture, I'm like, this show should star Titus Burgess and Billy Eichner.
That'd be amazing. See real credits. Had Jackie Chan's name 50% of the time, it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Marvel credits are longer than that entire movie.
Yes, that's true.
Like Jesus.
All right, guys, that's the end of this one. It's probably one of our shortest episodes in a long time. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, find us on online at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Call or text us 1-289-769-3288. I think I'm still getting that number right. Hopefully I haven't been saying it wrong the whole time.
That's what nobody's calling.
Yeah, exactly. Find us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Instagram at Miscast Commentary. I'm at JK Finley there too. Millions of ways. Find our Facebook page, like that. All sorts of things. We got a Tumblr. I don't know. I think we've probably got an Etsy out there where we
Tumblr full of booze,
where we crochet voodoo dolls of ourselves so you can torture us live.
Nice. Nice. That's what happened to my finger there.
Oh,
they were taking it easy on me then.
He was just yanking on the thumb. Let's see what happens.
I mean, come on. What am I, fucking some wimp here? Give her.
Now that they know it works,
they're going to do something crazy, make me slap myself.
Your head's going to turn around all the way backwards and you're going to die.
Yeah, something like that, man. Stop being a pussy.
I don't know. I just always feel like something's sliding in and out of my ass for some reason.
That's my fingers.
Oh, whoops. You told me it was fine if I sat on your lap. All right, guys. We will see you next week with another Coming Attractions episode. We're going to figure out what we're going to do next. You're going to love it. We're going to love it. And we'll see you soon.
Boop.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.